William immediately calls the lawyers to sue Meg as she posted Charlotte and Louis pics on the internet. Meghan Markle really doesn't like Princess Charlotte. The video of her snarling at Charlotte at the wedding, plus the stories about bullying Charlotte, just flattened me. I believe it, don't get me wrong. I just don't understand it. I hope she isn't secretly pinching her own children. There are some women who do that. How horrible that Harry would tolerate this from his wife. Charlotte is just a sweet little girl when Meghan and Harry did the staged photos, where they shushed Zara's kids. I was horrified. Harry is giving out security access information on purpose. His wife, on the other hand, is doing absolutely the worst. Only way to stop this dastardly plot is to remove him and his children from the line of succession. The royal family are onto this and are currently working hard to get Parliament to remove him and his family to thwart whatever plot. Recently, Meghan Markle has made a new move that angers the royal family. Specifically, she intentionally posted photos of the Cambridge children, Charlotte and Louis, on Instagram to attract attention. In other news, Harry and Meghan's second Netflix documentary predicted to air after Charles's coronation. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have offered a rare glimpse into royal life in recent weeks, first with the tell-all Netflix documentary, and then with the Duke of Sussex's barrage of media interviews and the publication of his highly anticipated memoir. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex have spoken openly about their time as working royals, revealing their reasons for stepping down and calling out the royal family and the British press. As the fallout surrounding Harry's book Spare dies down, a royal commentator has suggested the Sussexes may choose to step back from their public roles, adding that another Netflix documentary could be on the cards after King Charles's coronation. Russell Myers has suggested that Harry and Meghan may use this time to reflect by fading into the background, away from the glare of the public eyes. I imagine if they've got any sense, that's what will happen until the King's coronation, he said. Speaking with co-host Zoe Forsey during an episode of the podcast in December, he pondered what the Sussexes may think of their fiery series and what's next for the couple. He said, "I think there will be Harry and Meghan, the new chapter, and it will look at their charity work. That's what they'll do. Netflix must have another deal with them because people will watch it. They'll just follow them around, going around the States and Commonwealth countries, doing some work in Africa, Asia, maybe go to Australia. There are definitely options for them." The royal commentator continued, "They're not locked in this cage of not being able to leave the US. They'll be welcomed with open arms. I just think the dust needs to settle a bit." His most recent comments come after the release of Live to Lead, a 7-part Netflix series with interviews from prominent leaders including New Zealand Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern, the late Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg, Greta Thunberg, Gloria Steinem, and social justice attorney Brian Stevenson. Harry and Meghan acted as executive producers on the docuseries, which was inspired by the legacy of Nelson Mandela. While they introduce each of the social justice activists, they don't feature heavily in the series. Omid Scobie, the co-author of Finding Freedom and friend of the Sussexes, has suggested that this is the end of it for the couple. During an appearance on Good Morning Britain last week, Mr. Scobie claimed the Duke and Duchess of Sussex are moving forwards with their lives. He told hosts Richard Madeley and Susanna Reid, "I also think that this is the end of it. There's nothing left